Greetings. Hi. Welcome to my code stream. I make sure everything works okay. Let me see. Let me make sure the sound is on. Testing. Can you hear me? All right. I think the sound is working just fine. Welcome, welcome. Take a seat. Chill out. Get comfortable. It's gonna be a long run here. Um. So, gonna mute this real quick. Hold on. I don't. All right. Here we go. Um, all right. Ooh, it's been a while since I've done a live stream, so I'm a little bit like I don't know. I've been in the zone for a while. I'm really excited though. Hold on, I need to get this out of my way. As long as you can hear me. Okay, so I've got the chats up. If well, I did have the chats up. Now, oh, okay, there we go. I've got the chats. We are live. We are live on Rumble. We are live on YouTube, Instagram, and what used to be Twitter is now X, like kind of on all of those places there. Okay, I will click through the chat to keep up with y'all, but this stream is about coding and building a system. But I can't build a system until I know how to do full stack development. I'm really excited about this. I've been really thinking about using. Well, I pretty much have the design completely on lock, and the function and everything, but I'm thinking of new ways to make sure that my users are making money. Or like my users are making as much money as they can. Because that's what I want it to be. I want it to be like a among other things, it's definitely many things. A platform as a service, an infrastructure as a service. So, among other things, though, I want it to be a money generating machine for people. Um, okay, so I've got my notes right here. When I say full stack, maybe maybe someone does not know what full stack is. I didn't know what full stack development was until recently, even though I've got 2 college degrees in computer science. Hey, I was getting my tea. Cheers. I love computer science. I really do. I do. It's awesome. It's like it's brainy and creativity all mixed into one, and I love that. Full stack development is the development of a system front end, which is what the person sees, the user sees. The back end, all of the machine, the real machine part of a system that the user doesn't have to see, nor would they really want to, I don't think. Um, the front end and the back end. And then and that includes like databases and stuff like or database put emphasis on different syllables. And I don't I don't really care. So let's see what we're doing because I'm familiar with all of the different levels of development. Um, because I have 2 college degrees in computer science, so obviously, like, one of them was, like, software engineering, so, like, all of these all programming languages and stuff. So, yeah, I get it. Um, and then in both, degrees was, like, databases, data warehouse, all that stuff, how to organize that stuff. That comes naturally to me anyway because I've got a background in, like, transportation logistics and in the military, and so I I did that on my own. Like, I think that way anyway. Um, And then back end the back end is also, programming languages and stuff, but it my second degree was more it was cybersecurity engineering, but in cybersecurity engineering, it's a lot has to do with, infrastructure engineering, infrastructure designing, because if you don't know how to create an infrastructure, even creatively, if you don't know how to create an infrastructure for the whole system to, like, stand on, like, run as, its actual body, if it had a body, if technology had if a system, if an app or a website or a system that you're using had a body, it's the infrastructure. If it has a face, that's what you're looking at. You're basically just poking its face, and, a user interface. So, um, that's a little weird, but, yeah, I'm gonna keep going with that, and let's see here. So, the back end is also and especially with the databases, has to do with, like, infrastructure design, and I have a whole design of mine, but I do understand infrastructure because to understand security of infrastructure, you have to understand infrastructure. I get it. But now, although I get all of this, I have to build it all, okay, from scratch. It's like my cakes or anything else that I've created, okay, build it from scratch, and so I have to know full stack development, and that's what this stream is. Thank you for being patient while I explain everything again, kind of, but, like, really, like, different. Okay, so in my notes, here at the very beginning of the front end, the most simple programming language, or I guess the 2 most simple programming languages, which would be HTML and CSS. HTML, if anybody's been, like, around long enough to know what MySpace is, alright, you've probably taught yourself HTML. If you were like me and you're like, "I don't like the design of this, like, I don't like the design of my page, I wanna change it, so how do I do that?" And I learned HTML and CSS, kinda in tandem or, like, hand in hand, I don't Okay, so I learned them kind of together a long time ago. I don't mean to, like, age myself or date myself, but uh, but hey, okay, so after we do this HTML, CSS, which is what you're gonna be seeing on screen or what you already see on the screen, HTML code, we're gonna move on to CSS, and then after that, we'll keep running through this very long list of things to do. After we do this and we understand full stack development, then I will begin programming my own system, which is it's gonna be interesting. Now, if you are watching this and you are already well aware of, like, programming languages, full stack development, you're not a novice like myself, you are, well-rounded and understand all that stuff, perhaps you're interested in keeping up with, "Okay, I don't have to watch these streams because I already know full stack development, and I don't think she's very funny, but, I am interested in her developing this system, and I do wanna keep track of that." How you do that is you join my server. My Discord server is my universe. It is my journal. It is my living book of my life, currently and in the past. Um, it's very colorful, very interactive experience. It's got games in there. It's like really fun and stuff. And you can level up. But if you are interested in keeping up with the development of this system and where I am in the progress of this, please go to my Discord server. If you look in the description, the link should be in the description. Um, otherwise, yeah. I'm there all the time. You can ask me anything you want about my progress on that. I keep my progress in a specific channel called Code and in another channel called Innovation. And that's where I keep like as I'm refining it, like, "Oh, you know what? I just realized what I wanted to add to the business model," or "I just realized what I needed to add to the user interface design. I needed to add this." Like, I put all that stuff inside of those channels, inside code, inside, innovation, and other various things. Those are available on certain tiers of membership, and that's all described, inside the server as well as in my website, which is also in the description below. So, yeah, now, now that that's all explained, cheers. Let's get on with learning, I guess, familiarizing myself and just getting more comfortable using HTML and the whole function of it. Meanwhile, I will click through the chat to see if anybody has anything to say. Please say whatever you want. Be nice. In the Rumble chat, though, I did add new and I added new emotes and stickers and stuff to my server. It's funny. It's cute, but to me, it's my universe. So, but I'm gonna be listening to music while I do this because it's so I will click through the chats to see if anybody has some really interesting things to say. Cool. Otherwise, I'm going to be focusing on coding. Oh, also, I am also streaming this live in my code stream channel in the server right now. You can't see my face, but you can hear my voice and it's not like blocked by my face and my head. Okay, it's in my server. So you can go there, you can play around with that stuff. I've got all these like soundboard. I made a whole soundboard in there and it's hilarious and I love it. So welcome to go do that. And when the stream ends, that's where I'll be. I'll be in my server and you can hang out with me. That's where the after party is. After the stream. Okay, so right now, okay, I was doing music by the way, but I'm not gonna be able to do music because not all the platforms, like it's not all covered on every single platform. So I'm listening to music myself, and you're just gonna hear like the sound of spider fingers on the keyboard. Where are we at here? Building a or a box shadow for the buttons. I hope that you can hear me well. My microphone's a little bit far away. It's just the way that's got to be for now. Oh, also, if you are interested in helping out this stream, oh, I already did this part. If you're interested in helping out the stream, go to my link. It should be Inspire Fun. So inspyr.fun. Okay. Inspire.fun/code CODE. And check it out. If you're interested, you are more than welcome to contribute to this stream. I will know that it is specifically for this stream, and then I can do what I can to improve this stream. Whether it's better gear, better microphone, lighting, whatever. Software programs, better software programs. It just depends on what exactly is. I needed to we're doing buttons right now. By the way, the music I'm listening to is like it's synth. It's synthwave. I like 80s synthwave when I'm doing this stuff. I don't know. I just do. Okay, so after I do that, I need to like it's been a long time since I've done this, so I have to like remember what I'm doing. Um, let's see if it did it. Yeah, it did. Okay. Great. Thank you, wonderful ad. So I wonder how everyone is. I I'm blessed. I've just been working really hard on my. Okay, now we're going above style. Hold on. Um, I've been working hard. Basically, I finished school, so now I'm like, what do I do with my life? So I have like so much more time and brain power to focus on other things, and so I've really been refining like my website, my server, paperwork stuff, and then all of a sudden I'm like coming up with new things like, oh, this is how I want the business model because I want to like this will be able to generate them more money like this and like this and like this. Okay, so I'm trying to think of like the most. I think about my system and I think about my user. I always think about the user that doesn't know what they're doing. The user that doesn't have a clear understanding of technology. The user that is kind of poor and doesn't have a lot of resources or doesn't have a ton of access to internet or something like that. So that's where my focus is when I think about my system because I want my system to be able to help that person. Like it will help other people, but I want it to help that person the most. And so I when I'm thinking about the business model, how it's gonna make money, all that, like, I'm focused and I, like, zoom in on that. That's what I've been really thinking about and, like anyway. Okay, so we're gonna do I'm not gonna do tweet. Oh, yeah, I was doing X because it was, this video is outdated. This tutorial is outdated, so I'm like, I have to keep track of that or else I'm gonna get very confused. Like, what am I doing? Okay, doing the X button hover. Oh, after we build that box shadow, we're just gonna cut it. All right. Cool. Oh, but um, back. Box shadow, 10 by 10. This guy wants to make it a 5 by 5. Actually, not a 10 by 10. Sounds good. Clean it up. Let's see how it looks. So the shadow comes up as soon as you hover over it. That okay. Reasonable. Explaining the hover, explaining why he's putting it as like its own thing. Nice. Philippians 4, 6 through 7 just like popped up on my screen. Like, thanks, because that's exactly what I'm feeling. Thank you. Thanks, God, for reminding me. Just in case you didn't know that this is what you're feeling, I'm just gonna address it now. I'm addressing the elephant in the room for me. Okay. I don't just like 80s synthwave. I like metal. If I could do like metal synthwave, but not all metal synthwave is great. I found this one with the guitar, and it's like guitar shred. It's okay. Transition. We're gonna use the transition that we're using. Oh no, is this where you're gonna do that weird thing? That point five or 0.15 seconds? Okay, I'm gonna run this and try to do what it wants it to be. Yeah, it takes just a little bit of time. That's okay. Cool. I really like learning the HTML and CSS because I am a designer. Like that's like my everybody has different like superpowers, and like one of my superpowers is like designing. I design everything. I design cupcakes, I design clothing, I design jewelry, I design ideas, I design I just that's like how I design my house. I design the inside of my house, the decor, and I design. I'm a it's my way. So HTML and CSS is all about designing, and so it's really about starting to think in code, and that when you're writing the code, you're not writing code, you're designing something with color, and so you have to actually see the design while writing the code. It's such a weird like, it's it's thinking when you learn computer science, like, it's a totally different way of, like because I can just I 'cause I know how to actually use tools, and I know how to build things and construct and, like, like, I've helped build things, like buildings, like, stuff. I like construction. Like, I know how to actually build things, um, among other things. But oh, I wanted it to slow down. So, um, that's different because you're looking at supplies, you're looking at it, like, with your eyes, and then you put it together in your mind, and this, and you cut this and this. Well, this is kind of the same except for it's words. It's words and numbers and symbols, and you that you're looking at and then, like, constructing it in your mind. It's totally like I mean, it could be longer than 0.15. I don't know. Let me move my cup with the camera every single time. I had to rewind it, like, 2 seconds, and it was actually, like, 50 seconds. 1.15 seconds. Oh, man. I just remember okay, where did you just go? Color. Oh, man, I when I was first learning this and it was, like, teaching my mind how to think in a completely different way, I was just, like, so frustrated. My brain hurt. I had like, I'm rewiring my brain just on a different, like, level. You can barely explaining how transitions and hovers and how they're, uh, impacting each other. Alright, we're scrolling up to the subscribe button here. By the way, thank you for hanging out with me during my journey as a new, developer in the world of technology and stuff. I have a lot to learn. I'm, there's people that are like decades ahead of me, but you know what? I can move pretty fast. I learn quick, kind of. It depends. I don't know. I don't know. Learning machine language and all the registers and stuff of, like, x86, like, that is a different way of thinking and existing. I grew up in the wilderness. It's very different for me to think like a machine and how to talk to a machine. So, that's I'm still learning that. I'm still learning how to do that and think that way. This is gonna be a little bit off screen because it's happening in the browser. Okay, so what he's doing is he's explaining how to inspect code using the developer tools. Let's make sure nobody. Okay. Now, dev tools next. Going to the elements, pulling down body. Oh, and on that, that's all of the button classes that we created, which was the subscribe, join, and X. Subscribe, join, and the X button. Like classes. I'm not gonna put this up on the screen because that's not what I'm showing how to look at what we've already done and able to see the breakdown of the code by class, by that class. And it looks identical to the actual where we wrote it in Visual Studio Code, so it's cool. Wait, what? So we're right clicking and we're going to inspect. And when we do that, it pulls up the elements in the style sheet. Got the head, got the body, pull down the body, and it has all this, but it's more condensed into then when you click on those, then it'll actually code inside. So this is there. But then pulling up a completely different website and seeing the same thing, but it's just a little bit more complex because there's more stuff. Oh, cool. Using the tools to be able to figure out what code is associated with what element. Be able to go to somebody else's website and use the development tools and finding out, uh, what color schemes they use and how they did all that. And now he's explaining the RGB, the hex to RGB or RGB to hex, like color converter, what these codes for color actually mean and how to basically identify them. Like, if you really like that color, like, "Ooh, I like color on the website." Like, explain that. And if it's in RGB, you take the RGB, and there's other websites that have converters. You take the RGB code and you convert it into the hex code, whichever one that you're using in order to color. Which again, I'm not going to show because it doesn't. I just want to get on with this. Like, okay, I can go find that out. By doing that, though, he just discovered. Hold on. He just discovered actual, which would be 158, 225. Let's go back. I want to make sure that I'm doing that right. So he's changing the RGB color. He found the hex code, so he's converting it to the RGB color, uh, which is like red, green, and which as a painter, color mixing, and those are the primary colors. And like as you mix them, this many parts, this one, this many parts, this one. 155. No, it's on the tweet button. Oh, I don't even have to do that because I didn't do a tweet button. I did an X button. Ah, fun times. Cool beans for you though, bro. In fact, I think it says post. I don't know. I just got on there. I am actually streaming on there right now, and it has a feather on it, and it says post. This is an outdated video. But he is changing this. Instead of 41, 6, 18, 95, and okay, okay, go. 6, 5, and 1, 12. Anywhere else? One more place. Hold on, right here. 35 and 212. Before I do, I'm gonna run and debug, and then I'm gonna refresh and see if it changed anything. Also, I'll close out the dev tools because I don't care. Um, okay, great. Move right along. Next. What's going on over here? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Is it frozen? Hold on. Let me make sure this is still streaming correctly. Hello? Yeah. About Is this stuck in no man's land? I'm not sure. Where you at? All right. It's good. This one is like really behind. This one is fine. Okay, cool. It's troubleshooting. I swear, most of what I do is troubleshooting, right? Like, and this is what I was telling my son, my daughter today, is that the big things are the small things. The small things are the big things. Worrying about the small things is important because a mountain is made up of an uncountable number of pebbles. And that being said, it's like troubleshooting all of these little problems. It's like, oh, it's not that big of a deal to troubleshoot that. It's only going to take this much time because it's so tedious. It's not difficult. It's just very time consuming. And so it's just going to take and that is the finite resource. So, spend all my time troubleshooting things like, "Phew, I got all that done." "What? Yeah, a week just went by? Oh, man. Dang it. Like, I've been troubleshooting this for a week?" Like, no, I can troubleshoot that in, like, 5 minutes, like, 1 data. Like, oh, dang it. Alright. I don't know if anyone relates to that, but that's my life. Whether it's troubleshooting things with my home and my family or troubleshooting things with, like, my projects or troubleshooting my business or troubleshooting things with, like, people in general or my country, and it's just like all of it is just troubleshooting one thing after the other. It's like, cheers to problem solving skills, A. Where are we at? Okay. Don't tell me what to do, Add. So we set the margin to 8 pixels, which is here. And we're gonna change it to 30 pixels just to see what happens, apparently. And that is separating it from the other button. A little unnecessary, but now we know how it works. Okay, now we're going to create a margin left. So we got a margin right at 30 pixels, and now we're going to do a margin left at looks like 20 something pixels. At 20 pixels. A comma. I was writing my book yesterday. I'm like comma, 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 comma. All right. That's a semicolon though. So this is putting 20 pixels of space between the button and the side of the screen. It's good. If you run that and debug it, and then like go look on the actual link or whatever, then you can see that. We're talking about the width and the height, and we're going down to the subscribe the join button here. That's interesting. If I run and debug this and then I refresh, that's really weird looking. Okay. So we're going to the join button here, and we're looking at the width and the height pixels. And what is being said is if we remove this and we run it, and then we go over here and we reload it, then it's gonna like adjust itself to include the extra words that we put in it. But that's not what we're trying to create, so we're gonna have to undo that. automatically, based on the content that's on the inside, it will adjust itself. Now we're talking about the padding on the inside of it, though. So we're at the join button. We're gonna go down here. We're gonna do padding left, 30 pixels, and nice. And padding right. Okay, so if we do this, then it's going to make like a big space, approximately 30 pixels of space between the most outer left edge of the button to the on the inside. I hope the sound works in my my mic because it's kind of far away, like I've said before. I'll do my best to fix that at some point. If you're wanting to help my stream improve with a better mic, actually, I don't think I need a better mic. I just need to go ahead and jump on over to my link that I provided in the description. Link is inspire inspyr dot fun/code. Name of the stream code. Welcome to go and just look at that and check that out if you already know what's going on with this. Wow, that looks really weird. Okay, so now we're putting 20 pixels at the top of the button of the join button, um, which is making the contents look a little wonky inside of there, but I guess all in good fun here. It's a little weird. That's cool. Actually, that could be a really good design pieces. Actually, I guess. And now he's talking about going to inspect and inspecting the code and the dev tools to be able to look at the style, but instead of on styles, going to computed to see the margins and the border and the padding of when you're doing style. Nice. Looking at the padding and the border, the margin of the button that we just wonkily created. It's the numbers right here just they look wonky. Like a little it's a little weird. It's okay. Right? To each button to their own design. Every button is beautiful. It's like no they're not. No, don't be in denial. No, not every button is beautiful. Come on. And then I'm thinking, and then I'm thinking with fashion design, like the actual button. Okay, not every button is beautiful. Some of them are created a little weird from the machine. Okay, the machine messed up. The buttons all messed up. Like not every button is beautiful. It's not a universal phrase. It does not fit everywhere. To still be true. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, now we're gonna mess up the subscribe button apparently. Okay, delete. Run it and look at the damage. refresh and look at the damage. Yeah, it's a little weird. I do not approve of these designs for some reason. Maybe somebody will. Okay, so now we're going to under margin left, we're gonna do padding. I feel like this code journey is just like so long of a journey. And it's a little intimidating. Ah, okay. Okay, so it's a different way of doing the exact same thing. Instead of using the width and the height, using padding as a way to, uh, size these things. Now we're gonna do padding bottom for 10 pixels. So basically, what this guy did is built a button with width and height as used width and height to build a button, then destroyed width and height and is using padding to build a button instead. It's a little weird, but it's working. I guess it's however the designer actually like thinks. Let's try this. See, now it's starting to look like it was before, but we used padding instead of width and height. Just making sure there's nobody in the chat that's needing some love. Maybe I should put some love in the chat. Those look weird. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna say hi. Okay. Everything's still functioning. Like, do I need to troubleshoot anything else right now? Okay. It's like constantly juggling is like, well, good thing I learned how to juggle when I was in the 3rd grade. Just use that skill set. Skill set plus I was born knowing how to multitask. Eh. Now we're gonna come down here and we're going to change the contents inside of this button. We're gonna add stuff. Okay. We're gonna run it. Okay. Looks silly. We're gonna keep going. Sometimes I feel like the master builder when the master builder is like doesn't know how to be a master builder and only knows how to follow instructions and building from the instructions. Sometimes I feel like that in life. It's very frustrating. Like, okay, now that you know how to do this, go through a portal into another dimension. and then and then somehow after doing that, you'll understand how to be a master builder and just like come up with it from your own mind. Like that's awesome. They got any portals laying around that I can speed this process up, please? That would be nice. Okay, these are looking a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's I'm a little uncomfortable looking at these buttons. All right, this is not how it's supposed to go. Everything was going well. Everything was going right. And then he went in there and he just like messed it all up. I guess he's trying to teach me something. I don't know what you're trying to say. I'm just reading what you're saying in closed captions. Okay, so this is actually CSS. Okay, so now he's going in and he's talking about going in and changing. Na, 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 na. Scribe button. We're going under transition. We're going to do vertical. Vertical line top. Just to see what it does. It's so funny, like doing designing in code. You get like, oh yeah, and then and this, oh I gotta do this and gotta do this, gotta do this, and it's like I did it. It's like 16 hours went by and you didn't even like like has that ever happened to anybody? No, just me. And I need to on that. Then that goes back to like I need to rewire my own brain. I need to reprogram my own mind. Like, oh, hey, after a couple hours you gotta eat something. It's a good idea. Yeah, that didn't turn out exactly how it looks. What are you talking about? Hold on. It's not all the way aligned on the very top. Hmm. Padding, transition, vertical align. Did I spell it wrong? No. So what's the problem? What's the hubbub, bub? And review. Hmm. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay, this guy's go down here. Oh, I see. I see. So now, moving that. Going to join button and removing padding. Going here to the subscribe button, taking all of the padding, copying it and going down to the join button. Okay, running that. Interesting. Okay. Showing the pixels that are at the very top when it's saying. Okay. So what he wants to do is reduce it from 10 pixels from the top, 9 pixels from the top, and the bottom is 10. Got it. It shrinks it just a scotch, maybe a scotch and a half, just like a little tiny bit. All right. I just learned a lot about Fabrice just now. Okay. These ads, man. Allegedly. uh, some of these things. It's getting inside my head. Okay. Are we gonna fix everything that we broke on these buttons or no? I just wanted to build it out of padding, which is weird. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna add text, not just these buttons. Okay. What's going on? Hey. What's going on with my Bluetooth? Hey, I need you, music. What are you doing? You can't leave me. Trouble. That's so weird. I have plenty of battery. Huh. Anyway, okay, where am I? I'm creating a new thing. And we're gonna call it text.html. Okay. That's weird. It's in like my other ear. Okay, hold on. Where are we at? I lose track of time a lot. Time is relative and I lose track of it often. Hey, where is my... Hold on, y'all. Okay. I'm all snug and comfy inside of this code. We're creating a new text document, right? Right here. We just finished buttons. Or did website and now we're doing text. Okay. Where are we at? Surely. It seems like it's really behind. It's really weird. Okay. Okay. Things are working fine. All right. So we're at like 1 hour. We're 1 hour in to the stream, and I am already out of tea. This is my last sip. I need to get more tea. We're gonna take a quick break. And about, let's see here, about 6.5 minutes-ish. Stay tuned. Take a break. Happy coding. Computer science. I love computer science. I do. Why is it not working? I need to comment out so I know like what this is doing later. Roseanne Wright. For those who have never tuned in to this, I am new to the x86 programming assembly language, which is talking to machines, machine language. That's what I'm doing. And yeah. So feel free to talk about tech and science and computer science. I love computer science. I move into the AH register, the value. The upper A register and tab. Print string and tab. I'm going to understand x86. I'm going to. And when I do, it's game over. I'm like writing notes for myself just in case myself doesn't remember, so then it's like I speak or I like write the way that I like to talk to myself.
or the way that I like to read my own writing. So then I'm like, oh, I understand what I mean. So like I'm writing it, like even though I'm learning it and I'm programming it, like I'm learning it, I'm programming it, and I'm writing it to myself so that myself can do this again and understand it and maybe even make it better. So I'm like doing three things at the same time. Because that's what I do, right? Like that's what I do. I like learn new things, and then I'm like, it could be faster. It could be better. It could be more streamlined, you know? So like that's what I do with everything. Like ever. Like if I ever learn anything, like I learned how to make cupcakes. I learned how to make them exactly how I want them, and I love them, and everybody loves them. So same thing with like learn how to file. Like back in the day, you know, when people use paper, I would learn how to file, and then I would learn how to do it better, faster, smoother, more streamlined. That's what I do. So now I'm like learning this so that I can learn how to do it better. Like multi-thread. Yeah, multi-threading. Yeah, I'm a multi-core processor, right? Like all right. Save that. And then compile it. Then run it through an emulator box. See if it works. Dang it! So, but if the operating system is corrupt, and then if the operating system that's corrupt eventually goes down, then everything that's on top of it also goes down. So there has to be something else. I know it's a tiny error, but finding it is its own challenge. Hope to see you more coding stream in the future. Yeah, me too. I just watched it. Just entertain me. Oh my god, it made me cry. Oh my god. Okay, keep going. Oh my god, I'm crying again. Oh, it's over. Okay. Oh, sorry. Welcome back. All right. Hope everything went well during the break. Just making sure that it technically went well and that it's still working. Let's see. Okay. Let's remove that. It's getting later and later. The music still works. All right. Now, back to business. Make sure that this functioning on all these. Good to go. Good to go. Okay. Now back to it. All right. We're about to do text. Text document. HTML.
folder that contains the code so I can close out buttons. And I can go here to the code folder and pull up text. There we go. Close that out. Okay. So it's being explained that in a Microsoft Word, when you're writing a Microsoft Word document, that there's the little settings that's like bold, italic, um, a different font, whether it's centered or left or right, like on the page, what the margins are and stuff like that. And keep that in mind. All right, let's keep going on this journey. All right. First order of business is going to be paragraph. Yep. 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 So he's uh got a like a text, like a document, like page that has the styles, and so he's replicating those here. I'm going to do this. So we're going to turn this paragraph into a class, and it's going to be called video title. Oh yeah, because we're kind of building this thing that kind of looks like a media. Dude, I need to change the song. I don't like this particular playlist. I was trying to find. It's melodic. I can do. It's got a heart on. It's like a heart in the cityscape, behind the cityscape. That's all. Okay. Okay, now nice. I like this. Nice. I'm just listening to this song. It's got guitar shredding. It's nice. I don't know if you saw the merch. It's pretty cool. I like the merch. I made it. I designed it. I'm a designer. And but what's even cooler than my merch is my server. I do love my server, and you will too. It's fun. It's a fun place to hang out. I made it as a place to hang out that I like. I'm kind of picky. Kind of picky where I hang out. Like I don't really hang out in a lot of places, like social media. I don't really hang out all over the place. I like to work on my projects, but I do like to hang out in my server. It's my hangout spot. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so we're gonna make this 30 pixels, which is going to be interesting. Woo! All right. I like refresh. It's like, boom. That's awesome. Now we're gonna make it bold. Be bolder. Ah, this song. I like this song. You know what? Hold on. Hold on. All right. Okay. Speaking of my server, I'm putting the link to this specific song in my server right now. I'm gonna put it in. Um, where is it? It's under chill, and it's the music channel, and I'm putting it right there. I put all my favorite like songs or just things, just videos or songs of music or words from music, gifs or whatever. Putting it in there, you have to listen to it. I shared it. Go listen to it. Okay, so now basically you can go to W3 schools and you can look up CSS font style properties and it'll tell you all of them or like a lot of them, and there's a lot. Okay. Think about font style, italic, normal. Okay, so we're gonna make it italic. It's already here because I did a plugin or whatever extension. An extension. Now we're gonna do it centered. Or we can do it not centered. Not really. So depending on where you want it on the screen, then it's going to be text align. Excuse me. And we want to do left, center. Oh, okay. We do want to do center. I knew that. Wait, I spelled this wrong. Yeah, little squigglies to tell me you are wrong. If you have a squiggly under what you just wrote, you are wrong. Knife hand. Guitar shredding? Yes, please. More. Can you ever have too much guitar shredding? I don't think so. And anybody that disagrees with me, fine. But you're just gonna have to live with the fact that you disagree with me because I'm right. There is no such thing as too much guitar shredding. You can always have more. I prefer an abundance of guitar shredding. Take me to the world, the universe. I will cosmic bunny hop there. The universe that has mucho guitar shredding-o. That's where I will exist. Happily. With my hot tea. While I'm leaning back in my not squeaky anymore chair. Saying cheers. There is no caffeine in my tea. Seriously. Should I have caffeine in my tea? I don't know. Okay, maybe it's a good idea. I can't tell if, like, it's the caffeine from earlier this afternoon or if it's the guitar shredding. Or am I actually tired and I'm just, like, being a little bit loopy? I'm, like, delirium. It's setting in. I can't tell, but I'm not sorry about it. What? Why did you do that? Why? I'm wondering what's wrong with this guy. Okay. Here goes everything. We're gonna delete all of it. Boop. Ah! Okay. So now do font weight. Be bolder, be bolder. Oh, I'm gonna put this like down here so I can't see. I can't see you anymore. All right, there we go. Okay, font size 20 pixels. Do it. No, not 20 pixels. I take that back. 18 pixels only. No more. No less. And don't press. See, I'm loopy. That's what. I'm getting tired already. No, no. Right. Caffeine in the next cup of tea. Go to sleep. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. And do some push-ups after this. I am wired. Okay. We're doing the width of what? Line height. Okay, so what it's doing by changing the pixels 300, then if the text is going past that, then it's basically wrap text kind of. But wrap text is like, you know, app like in a spreadsheet. EA, working for offices for a lot of years. Spreadsheets. I'm really glad that I did do that. It's just gonna help me. Am I nothing more than just a combination of all of the random skills that I acquired over time? Put all the skills together, and it's like, oh, and that's what I'm capable of doing. I've had to pick up new skills, by the way, the last few years. Like, I don't know, computer science. Sheesh, that was fun. Learning new ways of using my brain. I like to say, to be honest, I I lived most of my life with like just only going with my heart. Okay, so I was like a headless person. Okay, I didn't use, and people would be like, do you use your brain? Sadie, do you use your brain? What do you, when you say brain, what does that mean to you? Because my brain is my heart. So I use my heart. Walking around like a headless person, the headless giant heart person. Um, so as of late, I have been learning how to use my brain. So far, so good. I'm able to do these things like multitasking. Kinda. And to some degree, I think. Hopefully. Maybe not. I guess it's up to interpretation and not mine. I'm gonna be positive. It might not be accurate. Like, "Oh, you're positive. positively not accurate in what you're saying, but it's because it's your own positive perception. Seeing life through rose-colored lenses for sure, like, mine are heart-shaped, and I put them on all the time. I know they look black from where you're looking, all my black sunglasses, but they're, like, red or pink. They're, like, pink. They're pink and they're heart-shaped. That's what they really look like. Ah, it's true, and I don't care who knows it. Get it? Hey, you spelled views wrong. I'll spell it right for you. There we go. Did I spell it right? I don't know. I'm getting loopy. Okay, now okay, so we're jumping down to a new paragraph because we've created this, which is like a bigger, bolder text now underneath that we're gonna make like a small text. So it's a new paragraph. HTML entity middle dot. This is a middle dot code. Okay. Looks like ampersand, um, and a semicolon. That's weird. Cool. But this little teeny dot is right there. Interesting. 6 months ago. I guess I'm just like settling into re I'm resettling into doing live streams because it's been a little while with all of my troubleshooting of other things. Okay, so let's run this. So you create the element with HTML and then you style it with CSS one at a time. So right here, this paragraph class is going to be called video stats. And that one's video title, and then we're going up to so now we're gonna do styling the video title. If I'm correct, is that how it's? Yeah. Oh no, not video title, video stats. We already stylized video title, which is this one, this paragraph video title, which this is the content that's inside of it, and this is the style that's associated with it. Now, um, that shouldn't be colored. Um, but now this paragraph this is the content that's within it, and now we're going to build a style. So we're in font family Arial. This is so funny. It's funny because family Arial, it makes you think of Meg Glider. She always says, "I love my family." Oh, I love your family too. Okay. It doesn't quite look like what it's supposed to look like. Hmm. Font size 14 pixels. Okay. Refresh. It kind of looks a little better. But it's not the right color either. It's like a gray. It's not a black color. It's like a off grayish. Mm, like a dark gray. Mm, mm, mm. Eh, yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, yeah, it's okay. Now we're going back to DevTools and right click, inspect, and then you can click the little arrow that's on the box and muted. Click on whatever it is you're wanting to look at. Tell you the actual color. Like I said, it's darker. Okay. I just wanted to get the RGB up there. But it's basically 96. Run and this and that and this and refresh. Yep, that's closer. Hope everybody's having a good time. Cheers. Do line height needs to be a little. It's like it's like really far away. Basically, it needs to be closer. The margin needs to be less. It's like 14, so it needs to be like way less than that, maybe. So paragraphs automatically have a margin border or whatever. So it's like overriding the auto. So we're going back up to this and we're going to do margin bottom 0. That's what needs to go smaller. Okay. And then we'll come back down here and we'll do margin top. Excuse me, I'm trying not to swear. I keep trying to practice not swearing. It's the art that comes out when things are weird. I feel like it's still like really big. Whatever. Yeah, there needs to be something. Maybe like that's a lot. More like 5. Yeah, 5. Yeah. Okay, so we've set it to 0, and now from here, now we can get a better idea of what the actual size between space between. Okay. Excuse Doing a new one. New paragraph. New class. New element. New thingy. Doing a new thingy. This is gonna be like a name, but so first, before we do anything, let's see. I'm gonna put it. HTML entity check mark. So you can't really copy and paste. Okay, so I'm gonna go do that. HTML entity check mark. I gotta go look it up. My hair just keeps tickling. Stop it. I love you. Stop, please. All right. Name. This one gives a lighter one, so use this. Okay. Except for it needs to be stylized. Okay. So we can run it and it'll be there, but it still needs to be stylized. Cool. Because that's not the right color. It needs to be like that. This color. Okay. Oh, to stylize it, now we change it. It's like in its most simple form is like this. But now we want to make it more complex. We're going to style it. What do we call it? They want to call it video name or something. Video author or video create. We're gonna do video creator, but author's fine. Then from here, these are the styles. Styles? It's in style. It's in style. So we're gonna go from being in style, we're gonna add another style. Dot go author. Right. And then space and then the squiggly one. And then Whatever's gonna be color. Art family is still gonna be Arial. The font. What else? No, we're not changing anything else. Just do color. Boop, boop, color. And we're gonna do this one. It's like the same exact color. Like in this, a lot of them, instead of putting a period at the end of a sentence, this is a semicolon at the end of a thought or an end of a sentence. These are kind of like sentences, thoughts. Man. Run, 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 go. Refresh. Yeah, it works. All right, keep going. Moving right along. I got some water too. Size 14 pixels. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say that looks little large. There we go. That looks better. But the padding is maybe it's okay. I'm sorry, not the padding, the margin. We're going to the previous ones right above it, which is the views, the stats, or whatever. This is right above this. This to be a little bit, I think, closer. Maybe not. It's probably gonna be 5. Margin top. So the bottom of this is the top of this, so we have to put margin top. 0. Because when you put 0, then you can really get a good idea of how many pixels you actually need to go from 0. So it's like maybe like 5. Hmm. If it's 0, then it's like right next to each other and no space in between. And so they just put 30 is like 30 is like that's pretty far. Like 20 is like I guess 20. Okay. So they this bottom. And let's run it and let's see what it looks like. Nice. Okay. Now we are going to do a new thingy. We're doing a new thing. So now we've established what is the content within it, and now we're going to style it. Aw. Okay, so now we've created it to be a thing that we're going to style, and so now we need to go to create that. Make sure everything's going good. Still works. The code's still up there. Still working. Okay. Keep moving. Font size 14 pixels. And do the same color here. Boop. Copy. Paste. Works. Okay. And now we're gonna run it. So you see, make sure that it looks right. Yes, yes. Except for hold on a second. Because this guy, like it looks all great, but I think it needs to be wrapped. Width. 300. Let's see if I can figure it out myself. Myself. Yay! Okay, it worked. I wonder if you can hear me. I hope you can. Mhm. Yep. It's 300 pixels. Reloads it. Looks better. Oh, really? 280. Okay, instead. The title also changed this to 280. Match. Matching. We have matching pixels. We have matching pixels? How romantic. The video description is like, oh my gosh, I matched you guys. We really are a family. All right. We're gonna do line height. 22 pixels approximately. It's a pretty good guess. All right. The author. Add the margin at the bottom. Oh yeah, because there is a pretty significant space there. 0 because they know kind of like how many you should do from there. Oh, um, see, the bottom, which is the top of this, is I put it at 0 and I ran it and it still doesn't do anything. So actually, I need to put the margin top on it, and then let's see if it works now. That when I run it, it's just washed up. There you go. Now, oh, it's already over. Uh, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Give me 6. Okay, I'm gonna do synthwave 80s. Yep, yep. There's this one that I find that I really like, and that's what I'm looking for. It's just for me, synthwave just it it just it works. Gets my mind in the zone. Hmm. Just while I do this, talk amongst yourselves. I'll pick a topic. Synthwave. What synthwave do you prefer? All kinds. That one's a good one too. Without music, being able to do this, like it's not for me, man. Like I can't do it without music. I need it. Yeah, this one's good. Okay. Yeah. Oh, here it is. I found it. I found it. Yes, this is what I was looking for. Woo. This is one of my favorites. Okay. All right, we're back. Where are we at now? Oh, okay. So we made the margin, the bottom and the top made it 0. So that we figure out from there about how many. And it looks like the exact same space between video stats and author. And it looks like they use 20 pixels. So, but that was bottom. So let's do this one be 20 pixels. Then run it. Run it. Yep, works. Good. Awesome. Keep moving. Mm-hmm. Refer to the same one. Yep. Hey, I can think like you. That means that it's going in. It's going in. This is good. That's what I need. Needs to go in so that I can do this on my own. Like, oh, I don't need to follow a tutorial. I know how to do this on my own, all by my lonesome. Because I've got a. Actually, luckily, Luckily, my designing is usually less is more. Um, Simplicity is the ultimate solution. Uh, that's where I style everything from, or, like, design everything from that state of mind. Um, let's see, it's under style. So we're gonna make it cool. Uh, and with that being said, um, my design for this pretty complex system, it's got a lot of moving parts, a lot of components. Like, I thought it was a SaaS, a software as a system, but it ended up being, an infrastructure. Software as a system, software as a service, but it ended up being an infrastructure as a service. It's like really complex. But the good thing is my design, the way I design is very simple and very user friendly. I like user friendly because, like I said, I focus on person that's using it doesn't really know how to use technology that well because their life is just insane. Their life is just wild and all over the place, and they can't try to focus on how to use technology well. So it needs very streamlined, and so the only way to really do that in my opinion, is to have it be very simple, as simple as possible. So it's like a very complex system, very simple. Or it doesn't seem like it to the user. To the user, it seems like a very, "Oh, this is baby could do this," right? Like, "This is very easy to use." But as they dive deeper into it, you don't even realize how complex they're diving into, and but because it's so simple to begin with, the confusion won't be there because it'll just be like going down a rabbit hole, okay? It's doesn't seem like you're going very far, but then you, like, turn another tunnel and turn another, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Oh my gosh, like, how am I able to use this highly complex device system?" When it started out so simple and it was very smooth, like, yeah. So, but the good thing is because it's so simple, like, the designing, like, it's gonna be rad. I mean, I already built the prototype of it. I know exactly what it looks like, so it's gonna, like, look at the prototype, write this code, the HTML and CSS, and like, boop, 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 because that's what the guy's doing. But this design is boring. It's so boring. It's so boring that it is even more complex to look at, right? So, even if you simplify that even more, be less boring. More seems simple to look at, kinda, for someone who's used to looking at systems. But someone who isn't, it just needs to be cool. This isn't very user friendly to look at. It's like, "What am I looking at? This is a lot of things, like what? Like stats and author and I it's too much. I just wanna see the video, maybe the title. That's it. If there's more to be seen, then give me enough at the stats to look at that, but I just want it as simple as possible, some people are like that, and those I'm thinking about them. They're on my mind. If you're one of them, you're on my mind. I'm thinking of I'm designing, anticipating that you would use what I'm designing. I hope you like it. I don't know how long it takes for me to build it. Hopefully not very long. What? Why? Oh, I see. Okay. So paragraph is is now a class or something. going for all of these and gonna change it to Arial. That way, each and every one of these doesn't have to say this. Arial on every single one. Just put it in one place that represents all of them. Removing this just cleans it up. It's not so complicated for another programmer or even the original programmer to go look at and be like, "What did I do here?" Like, if it's, like, as simple as possible, it just makes it easier to, like, if you need to fix something, like, "Ah, this was messed up and I need to figure out where it's how this I'm gonna get," like, "Ah, I can't even remember, like, it's been so long," like, but stuff like this is not do that. Because like I was saying earlier, everything is published now. Because it shouldn't change anything because it's the same font, all of these. Yeah, so it looks the same. That's how you know you did it right. That's nice to know. That's like a nice thing to know. Why would you do that? Okay. Along with the font, dude is wanting to do the margin top 0 pixels and the margin bottom. And all the margin tops that say 0 can be deleted then. Margin top 0, top 0. This right here is accounting for it. But what about margin bottom? Is there any margin bottoms that are 0? No. That one's 5, that one's 20, that one's 20. Okay. Right, which is what's being explained. So I don't know if we should even have margin bottom here because all the margin bottoms are different sizes. Do you really need it? Why did you do that? Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Keep it moving. So, how was this one? Doing the text styling. I think the fun one is the buttons, the button styling. I think all of it's pretty fun, but now the one is starting to be more. I wonder. Well, this is a pretty long video. It's like 6.5 hours long or so. Um, that's without me like stopping it and being like, do my thing and then go back and then do. I wonder by the end of this video if I could start. Should I do it like that? I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm figuring out right now. Okay, I'm going to do front end. I'm gonna learn front end, HTML, CSS, these developer tools. Uh, and then I'm gonna, while I'm on this roll, while I'm on the mindset of HTML and CSS, when I finish this video, I'm gonna go right into programming or like doing HTML and CSS for my own project. Then, when I'm done with that, when I'm done doing the stylizing of my own project, then I'm gonna move on to the next step. Develop, the JavaScript, the JavaScript part of it. Yeah. Because I don't, here's what I don't want to do. I don't want to learn this HTML and CSS and these developers tools and stuff like this and stylizing and then like move on to the next things and then I have to start over and go back. So I think I want to do HTML, CSS, do this whole tutorial video, and then not use a tutorial video, use my own design and start doing the designing of my front, and then set that aside, because then that's me learning it, retaining it, applying it, apply, and it's big enough. I'll have to do multiple pages or whatever to apply it. So I'll apply it and then move on to the next thing. So then I'll be able to confidently say, "Yes, I understand HTML and CSS. I know how to do it on my own." Okay, that sounds like a plan. I hope that you enjoyed this stream. Hold on. All right. I hope you enjoyed this stream. I did. I enjoyed it. I think my favorite part is um I was doing the steps before he was, and then watching him do the same exact stuff. So it means that it's going in. I'm understanding how to think that way, which is a lot like learning like another language like Spanish. Um, first you learn Spanish and it's like, huh? Like but then you keep doing it and practicing it, and then all of a sudden you start thinking in Spanish, which is really weird, but Um, and then when you're around other people that are speaking Spanish, then, like, you think in Spanish, you don't really think in English much, have to. Kind of, like, I don't know, it's really interesting, but this is kinda that same thing, it's like, now I'm starting to think in this language, HTML, CSS, I'm starting to think in this way. This is good, I'm not even halfway through the video, by the time I'm done with this video, I think I will be confident enough to do my own stylizing of my own prototype, so then I can, because I wanna make a functioning prototype. I'm not going to be able to just straight up build my system. The system itself requires infrastructure. Infrastructure very takes up a lot of space. I have my own infrastructure. I don't want my infrastructure to depend on another infrastructure because I don't know. It's like I don't know you, and what if you don't like me? You know, I don't want to build all my hopes and dreams on your infrastructure, and you don't even like me. Like, come on, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, cheers to being sovereign, all right? cheers, cheers to being independent, sovereign. That's what I always. Or do I? Yeah, I'm self-sustainable. I know how to hunt. I know how to fish. I know how to skin animals. I know how to do those things and farm, kind of. I know how to grow things for the most part. Unless they die, and then it's like, man, I really wasn't really that good at growing that just now. But better luck next time. Hey, you got any seeds that I can plant? I need to practice. I really do need to practice. I that's a different series. That's a different series called gardening. It's overall just, different life skills improved. Okay, I think that I'm going to stop my development of this right here at this text HTML document, and we will pick up where we left off right and keep going. Make sure it works. Oh, hello. Thank you for joining me. Be sure to check out my server. Come hang out with me. I'm there for the whole rest of the week and the weekend, especially rest day. I go in and um I play activities and stuff in my server on rest day, like the whole day. Like I just hang out on my server. I just like fun and um so come hang out with me in my server. It's free. It costs nothing. Only if you want to know more about my projects or like my family or like my life, you want to know more, then that's a different thing. But it's free to come hang out with me, come talk to me, all of those things. Kind of like live chat, ongoing forever, and it's fun. I like it. Um, Otherwise, yeah, that's it for my code stream. I really like this. I really, really love sharing my progress, even though I'm a total noob at all of this, a novice. I really do enjoy sharing my progress because someday, I don't know when, but someday I'm gonna be able to look back and be like, "Hey, I remember when was terrible at that. Look, see?" Um, I like to document, so then I can, you know, have appreciation for how far I've come, wherever that was. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for chilling with me and watching me code and maybe learning something new, learning new things from each other. That's probably the most important thing. We're all students and we're all teachers the whole time. We all have something to teach. We all have something to learn. Um, yeah. So, if you would like to continue watching these stream, subscribe, and you'll hang out in my server. The server will let you know. Hey, there's a new stream happening. Go check it out. Or it's also live in the server, and you don't even have to leave. It's right. Although you can't see my face, you can only hear my voice and see. And check out just created that merch, and it's pretty rad. I like it a lot. I'll be wearing it myself soon. Although I don't think you'd be able to see it because I'd have to like see. Yeah, I think what else that I'm thinking of server. My website. There's I'm new to this whole thing of kind of covering all my bases. I need to write my own script for myself, I guess. Um, I think just live right in front of you, I've changed my plan of action for the front end development. I will do that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to learn this HTML, CSS, then I'm going to apply that knowledge. I don't really know how I'm going to do that because I can't just share with everybody my design because it's mine. And I'll be giving it to the world at some point, but I don't know how progress and development of these streams. I also communicate about in my server, like, not doing this and not doing that anymore. And you can give me feedback. You can literally be like, I think that's a stupid idea. Be like, thank you for your honesty. No, but seriously, thank you for your honesty. I appreciate honesty. Even though it might hurt a lot to just accept it, you know? But I think I'm getting better at it, at accepting other people's opinions. Yeah. So I'm a little bit loopy. I I really enjoyed this, and I will be in my server for the rest of the week. Um, and hopefully, if technology permits me, because it seems like it's all up to these different platforms functioning properly. If technology permits me, I will be back again next week to do more coding, which may not be the most fun thing in the world, but it is. I geek out. I nerd out to do all this stuff. I do. 'Cause I'm like, "Ooh, okay. Okay, I understand this." Like, I wanna hurry up and do it myself. I like to hurry up. I like to hurry up. I don't like to go slow. I don't. Like, I really don't. So far with this system, it's taken me from inception, like, from just seeing the vision of the system inside of my mind and having no idea what it even is, to now, learning the code so that I can actually build it. It's taken me 9 years almost. On Valentine's Day, day of love, um, on Valentine's Day, it will be 9 years straight of me working on this, thinking like, "Oh, I just had an idea in my head, and I'm going to build that," or like, "Yeah, I can do that. I can totally do that. Like, give me a couple weeks." 9 years later. Like, I don't like going it's very difficult for me. I like to just, like, have an idea for something and then, like, do it and, like, finish that, and I'm not finished with it yet. Still still gonna take me even more time. Ugh, time. Time relative, but it's also literal, okay? It's literally been 9 years almost, and, that's a long time. I just wanna hurry up and just, like, stop doing this tutorial and just, like, try to do it myself, but I'm gonna, like, screw it up, so I also like to do things time. Uh, if you want something done right, you do it yourself. That's why I'm doing this. But, you know, any help, any feedback that you could give me would be wonderful. Um, even if it's just, "Keep going! I don't know what you're doing at all because I don't know anything about programming, but keep going!" Like, that's encouragement is rare. It's kindness, kindness, love. But kindness should be trending. Hopefully, it will be soon. Kindness, darling. Oh, haven't you heard? Oh, kindness is trending. Um, but encouragement is kindness, and encouragement, it helps. All the encouragement you give me. Thank you so much. I don't say thank you enough. Maybe I'm not thankful enough. I try to say thank you by keep going, right? That's how I say thank you, but maybe I should actually say thank you. Thank you. Cheers to encouragement, kindness. So, any other updates on my or my innovation, my system? I keep all my updates, like I said, in those channels. Can't think of anything else that I've put in there that's, like, not kind of obvious. I'll just go look at them right now, just go see. I call it my OS because it's an operating system. It's, like, really, like excuse me, it's a platform. Let's see my innovations. Like, I have on here, like, my security system and my creative idea on how to construct my security procedures. Creating that. Security, it's an art. Just kidding. Um, yeah. Yep, and then I go back through my notes to make sure that, like, am I implementing what I have already put in front of myself to do? Um, see, this is why I keep a log of all this because as time goes by and I'm troubleshooting, doing all these other things, then I'm, like, losing track of, like, these other elements that need to be implemented, so log for myself, others are welcome to read it, inspired by it, and I hope that it does. I hope that it does inspire you, uh, and your own projects and your own ideas. Um, another reason this log though is because I've been trying to explain what it is, what it does for so it's taken me so long to explain it. Like, I can't explain it in 2 seconds. The only way I can explain it in 2 seconds is like, "Oh, it's a new innovative infrastructure service." Yeah, that's so vague. That's so that's so general, like, "Oh, how do you know it's new and it's innovative?" It's like, "'Cause it is, and it is, and it hasn't been done, and no, it exists yet. If it did, I would stop doing this, and I would use it to exist, so I have to build it so that it exists so then I can use it. I wanna use it myself. I wanna use it myself for me. That's selfish? Maybe, I don't know." Yeah. So I've got the updates on that in the server, especially under the cosmic membership is really focused on this project. this is you are a cosmic member, you're mostly I mean, you're gonna see everything, but what you will have access to that no one else does is this system. All the updates, including oh, that's the other thing, is conferences. I wanna do some monthly conferences, and if the conferences go well monthly, then I'll do them weekly. I'll just increase it to do, every week, do a live conference, video call thing or whatever with, members. Anybody who wants to be there. Be there. Like, see, that's why I only wanna do it on monthly basis. But, that's what cosmic membership is really anybody really interested in, like, "Alright, what's she doing now with this project?" Like, "Okay, has she made any progress at all? Like, is she just, like, doing nothing? And sitting on this doing nothing? Or, like, has she made any big steps?" Man, I tell you, the steps are like baby steps. They're like, you can only take a few at a time, and they're tiny, and that's what I'm saying about the pebbles in the mountain, like, it's a bunch of small things, you put it all together. Um, so that's what that is, and also here we go. And the actual stream itself, um, even talking about the creation of the actual systems. Oh, the device and, like, the motherboard and all that. And understanding all of that. I was just x86 and all the registers, like, no. No, I have nightmares about that. Okay, yeah, so come hang out on my server. I'll be there. Any questions, feedback. Don't be too mean to me or I'm just gonna cry. Mean. Now I'm crying. No, I'm tough. I'm tougher than I look. Mm. And with that, have a wonderful life. Please make steps to making your own dreams come true, because your heart will thank you, and your soul will also thank you, and your future self will thank you, and your past self will, from the past, echo thank you. So for you, for your heart, and your own selves, and many universes and periods of time, make steps towards dreams come true. Your American dream. And may all your dreams come true. May peace be with you.